Mr. Wilson?
Here.
Mrs. Judy? Here. Mrs. Brazel? Here. Mr. Green's not here. Mr. Brown?
Here.
Mrs. Evaldi? Here. Mr. Beavers?
Here. Item number 3 is pledge allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item is approval of the agenda with just a correction of one
additional tuition.
student.
Yep.
That's the only addition. I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Item number 5 is approval of the consent agenda, which consists of District 186 regular board meeting minutes dated May 20th, 2025, Tri-County meeting minutes dated May 14th, 2025, Tri-County bills for June 2025, applications and reports.
Motion to approve.
And a second.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Item number 6 is approval of District 186 bills for June 2025. Are there any questions? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the bills as presented.
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
Motion and a second.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Brazel?
Yes.
Mrs. Judy?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mrs. Evaldi?
Yes.
Mr. Beavers?
Yes. Item number 7 is communication.
And we have 6. So the first one's from Jennifer Eagle. Dear members of the Board of Education, I'm writing to express my interest in continuing my education this summer through the University of Massachusetts in conjunction with the Bureau of Education and Research. I plan to register for the EDCU 9060 Proactive Classroom Discipline and Management Strategy, grades 6 through 12. This course appeals to me as the majority of my prior professional development was geared towards grades 2 through 6. I'm looking forward to learning new strategies that are relevant to teaching at the middle school level. I expect to complete this course by the end of the summer term. I respectfully request that upon completion, my credits beyond my master's degree be applied to my position on the salary schedule. Thank you, Jennifer Eagle.
Entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
The next one's from Abby Porter. Dear Mrs. Finke, I'm writing to formally resign from my position at General John A. Logan School, effective at the end of the year. This decision comes as I'm preparing to transition to another school in order to continue my education and further my career within the field I am passionate about. It has been my privilege to be part of such a dedicated and supportive team. I am deeply grateful for the opportunities I've had to work with the students, staff, and administration. The experience I've gained here has been incredibly meaningful and will continue to guide me as I move forward. Please let me know how I can assist during this transition. Thank you again for the opportunity to be part of General John A. Logan School. I will always value the time I spent here. Sincerely, Abby Porter.
Entertain a motion to accept.
What was her position there?
Parent.
She said end of year.
She finished the year.
The school
She's
year,
done.
okay.
Yes.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
The next one's from Jacqueline Harsey. Dear Dr. Evers, please accept this letter as a formal notification that I am resigning from my position as school social worker at General John A. Logan Attendance Center at the end of the 24-25 school year. Thank you for the opportunity to work as a social worker at the General for the past 2 years. It has been a blessing to serve the families and staff in Murfreesboro, and I treasure my time with you all. I greatly appreciate the opportunities the district has given me, from my time as an intern at Carruthers to an employee at General John A. Logan, as well as the professional guidance and support that has allowed me to grow within this role. I will take my experience I had, lessons I was taught, opportunities I was given with me throughout my career. I've been able to work with many incredible people that are devoted to supporting the students and each other through difficulties and are there to celebrate the accomplishments big and small. This decision was not an easy one to make due to the connection I have formed with both staff and students, and I will miss you all greatly. I am confident that the next person that steps into this role will feel the same support that I have from the district, and I will do my part to help this transition be as smooth as possible. I wish you and the Murfreesboro District all of this success in the future. Sincerely, Jacqueline Marcy.
Entertain a motion to accept.
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
This one's from Dana Castleman. Dear school board members, I'm writing you today to inform you that I've begun classes to obtain a Master's of Library and Information Science degree accredited by the American Library Association. I'm enrolled online at the University of Oklahoma, and I am scheduled to graduate in December of 27. I will update you in the unit office with my transcripts at the appropriate times when the hours will need to be applied to my pay scale. Thank you for your time and dedication to our district. Dana Castleman.
Entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
The next one's from Krista Odell. To whom it may concern, I'm writing to resign from my position as assistant cheerleading coach at Murfreesboro High School. Thank you, Krista Odell.
Entertain a motion to approve.
She was hired as the Dazzler coach. She just realized that she'd forgotten to resign from her other, so it's no surprise.
Yeah.
She's been hired as a Dazzler coach, so she needs to resign the position that we've posted.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, she just reminded me, so.
So moved.
Second. Motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Yep.
Item number 8, I have one fishbowl here. It's addressed to the third grade team. I just want to take a moment to say something simple and true. You did something incredible this year. Our third grade students ended the year with a median national percentile rank of 54 in STAR reading. That means our average student is now reading above the national average in our setting. That's not just rare, it's amazing. And then there's fluency. Across the board, students gained a median of 51 words per minute in oral reading. That kind of growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens because of the way you showed up before school, after school, during the little moments between everything else. You made time, you made it matter. This wasn't just one or two classrooms, it was all of you. The growth wasn't a fluke, it was a team effort and it worked. So thank you really for going above and beyond, for adapting when things didn't quite fit, and for doing the hard stuff when no one was watching. It mattered more than you know. And I hope you are proud of your kids and yourself. I'm just amazed. Have a wonderful summer, Sonia Yule.
She's our district school psychologist, so that's pretty awesome feedback. And the growth was staggering.
And number 9 is Freedom of Information Act. Doesn't look like we had any. Moving on to item 10 is recognition of the audience. The Board of Education welcomes the audience to make public or employee comments. The board has set aside time in the agenda specifically for this purpose. Pursuant to Board Policy 2.230, each speaker shall be limited to a 5-minute presentation. Please be aware that while this is the time for the public to express its opinions and/or concerns, the board may or may not comment regarding the public presentations. If a matter of public comment warrants discussion or action by the Board of Education, such discussion or action will be added to the agenda of a future meeting. There is no public here. Is there any employee concern?
I'll represent both.
All right, moving on. Under old business, approval of press policy 118. They were provided last meeting for reviews, recommendation to approve updates as presented. I'll entertain a motion to approve press policy updates 118.
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. On to number 2, which is approval of the property liability, auto crime, school board legal liability, umbrella coverage, student accident, workers' comp insurance quotes for FY 25-26. So we got 2. We're going with West Bend, the higher one. Okay, well, I'm reading that.
Correct.
We don't have to go with the lower one in these cases when we bid, or?
No, we had quite a few insurance claims this last year, and they raised our premiums by $15,573. It's a good job administering our claims, and yeah, I think
I just meant other times we have to go by the lowest. Is there
Lowest.
extenuating circumstances that we don't have to? I guess that's my question.
I believe that we are able to look at like the services provided within the code.
I think we're getting it from both, aren't we? We're not only going with West Bend. I think West Bend only provides some of these, and then ISDA,
These are the, ISDA is who Don Yule works for, so we're still going with Don Yule for
he's the broker.
the broker for ISDA for property liability, auto crime. That is just for within that is the insurance for workman's comp.
So this 81's the workman's comp part.
Correct.
Okay.
And then you'll see below, like the property liability went from 328 to 336, an increase of 2.44. And then, an increase because of our values, the coverage of our values. Flood coverage from 100,000 to $500,000 in coverage, because we learned this past flooding event that a gym floor is about a $300,000 replacement cost, a little over $300,000 replacement cost for a gym the size of the pit. Additional cyber liability coverage, that was one that we felt like we needed to, even though we host our own server, that it's important that there's not enough coverage that you can have from a cyber event. And Mr. Haldeman and Mr. Manwaring felt that additional liability coverage was warranted.
So I guess what's it?
Student accident insurance only went up 0.6%. Do you guys have any problems with the recommendation of?
I don't, I'm just curious why with that claims, why West Bend's so much higher than the other one? If we've had the claims, that's what.
We did, this year was a high claim
Well, I get that,
injury.
you said they only raised it 214,000, but it's still 81,000 to 69,000. I just wonder what the difference is if they're looking at our claim history also, and kind of.
Well, and it looks like we doubled our umbrella coverage, did you see that, by 110%?
But that's, the 81 is just the workman's comp part, right? Doesn't have anything to do with the below, that's different
No,
prices, right?
that's separate.
Okay.
Um,
I thought I was reading that right.
I think the
but that-
concern is that they're probably trying to get the business, but then if we had a high risk, if we had slip falls, other injuries, then what would we be looking at if we switched coverage? I mean, it was a pretty small increase considering the amount of injuries that we incurred this year, and so. And I'm sorry, Jan is not here this month, it's her vacation time, so.
Well, but it does, I agree with you, Troy, it does look like that we're going with both, West Bend for workman's comp, but then in the paragraph under that, it says ISDA did provide a quote, which administration feels is reasonable. The administration recommends binding coverage for property liability and student accident with ISDA.
Right. Yeah, I was
So
just
it's
looking
both.
at the big difference in the workman's comp.
Yeah,
portion
it
of it.
falls all under, cause that's who the brokers for is ISDA.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this is one of those bills that aren't fun, they aren't fun to pay. But I'll make
Well,
I'll make the.
Kind of like with ISDA, like she said, it would come in at 69, and next year they raise it to 95, you know. so-
Right. I think we had, in that particular area, workman's comp, West Bend was higher, but then in the others, like when we're looking at in the quoted areas.
So I wonder why Liberty Mutual isn't accepting new business for schools.
For schools south of I-80, so. they're
Right.
just doing-
Yeah.
I caught that, but,
Maybe there's more claims out there, and they don't want to get business.
It might not have, the coverage for this area.
Coverage or employees
So-
to handle. Any other questions? Troy made a motion, need a second?
Second?
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Brazel?
Yes.
Mrs. Evaldi?
yes.
Mrs. Judy?
Yes.
Mr. Beavers?
Yes. On to number C, right? Yeah, because that was With Mr. Green resigning, we need to elect a new board vice president. This will be, I'll entertain a motion for nominations to vice president. This will serve the remainder of what Mr. Green's term is, which just started, so it'll be roughly a little less than 2 years. So I'll entertain nominations.
I nominate Troy, whether he likes it or not.
I'd be honored.
Any other nominations? Hearing none, being no further nominations, I declare the nominations for vice president are closed with Mr. Brown by acclamation.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Troy.
Thank you very much.
We'll start missing meetings now. Item number 2 is moving on to approval of tuition-free students. We have the ones listed here with the addition of, the other one that we did.
Aiden Williams with the additional.
Adrian Williams, Josh Williamson. So entertain a motion to approve the tuition-free students.
Oh, this is the new music teacher's kids? Okay, I was wondering who that was.
Second?
Motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Have the need to appoint sub-treasurers, which the recommendation is Dana Batson at the high school, Holly Thompson at the middle school, Michelle Mifflin at Crothers, and Emily Hahn at the general. Entertain a motion to approve those.
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Item number 4 is approval of Murfreesboro Middle School camera replacement quote, which is enclosure number 1 in your packet.
Didn't we just get new
I was thinking the same.
High school.
Talked about
This is, okay, the middle school currently has just at 80 cameras, and this will
Okay.
replace 46 of them to the higher quality ones, and it works
Okay.
with our Avigilon software, so that combination of, it's.
So we're just adding more to the middle school.
We're upgrading the camera quality. We upgraded, there was a lot of lag, there was a lot of lag in software concerns with the
Okay.
the high school, so we
I
priced the
have
high school first, then middle school, and then at the 2 elementary schools, we'll do as needed
Okay.
for quality in high utilization
Hey,
areas.
that school needs it for sure.
Yeah, the middle school has the most, interesting nooks, crannies, and crevices.
God.
Yeah, so it has a lot of cameras.
Yes.
But we did cameras last year at the high school. Now it's the middle school, and then, like I said, Crothers in general will be the next two summers as needed. So it will be a smaller endeavor to cover those buildings.
Make a motion to approve that?
And a second.
Second. Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mrs. Brazel?
Yes.
Mrs. Evaldi?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Judy?
Yes.
Mr. Beavers?
Yes. Number 5 is to approve the discontinuing of the College and Career Pathway Endorsement Program.
Almost all the schools in the area are removing that CCPE. Takes a lot of administrative time and effort, and most people don't know what a CCPE, like sticker or designation on a high school diploma is. To begin with, it's a college and career pathway, like endorsement that goes onto it, and almost all the area schools are removing that CCPE because of the benefit is, and the number of students who are actually participating in it. They see the value being spent more on like expanding in the CTE pathways that they're pursuing, the healthcare, and then the like welding, fabrication, construction. So that's, and that is not part of the CCPE program, so. And the labor side too, we've also been sending students now to Marion to the laborers program
I
too,
love
so. So doing all of those, more pathways to like productive careers, trades.
What's the benefit of having it?
The CCPE, and that's what he said, that most of the schools have removed it because the colleges don't even really understand and know, like, the
Or pay attention to
never pay attention to it, so he said.
They're not getting credit hours
No.
or
No, he said the value is better to do dual credit instead of pursuing
Yeah,
the
yeah.
CCD.
So it's not dual credit.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It really does not have an inherent value, and he said for the administrative time and effort for the 1 to 2 students that he's had since he's been in the district, it's just not. So his recommendation is that it's seen its usefulness and then really pursuing the ones where you can do dual credit or
I agree.
labor apprenticeship type of licensure, CNA, phlebotomy, trade certificates. I think they have, when they graduate the construction craft program at Marion, they have 8 different, like everything from rigging and asbestos to pavement, asphalt. They have 8 different licensures that they will have to go into specifically into trades, RDS craftsmen.
Wonderful.
It is wonderful. So that's the path and the route and the direction that they're pursuing. I know that you've all seen the sign on 14th Street. That was a CAD project done by our students, and then Mr. Camden, of course, it was all under with him and his relationships with 13RF that got that to be at really just a cost of the materials. So, yeah, so Mr. Williams, our CTE director, has made this recommendation that we remove our participation in the CTE endorsement. So I would support his recommendation.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the recommendation.
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Mrs. Evaldi?
Yes.
Mrs. Judy?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Brazel?
Yes.
Mr. Beavers?
Yes. Item number 6 is a resolution to transfer working cash interest to education fund. Need to adopt a resolution directing the district treasurer to transfer all working cash interest earned in 24-25 school fiscal year to the education fund. This is one of those yearly things that we always do, so I entertain a motion to transfer the money.
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Now we got a resolution to transfer funds from O&M to debt service funds. This request board approve permanent transfer from the operation and maintenance fund to debt service funds for 24-25 school year. And this is to pay necessary principal and or interest on all lease purchase agreements entered into by the district. So I'll entertain a motion to approve that.
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried. We need to go into closed session.
Very briefly,
I motion to go into closed session pursuant to Section 2 of the Open Meetings Act I, the Illinois Compiled Statutes 120/2C, to review the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the district, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee to determine its validity, and also the selection of a person to fill a vacancy on the Board of Education.
And a second?
Second.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mrs. Evaldi?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mrs. Judy?
Yes.
Mrs. Brazel?
Yes.
Mr. Beavers?
Yes.
You already did the payment, Shannon?
I'm gonna tell him.
Question.
Great.
Session, I'll entertain, first time entertain a motion to approve closed session minutes dated May 20th, 2025.
So moved.
Second. Motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Item number 2, since Mr. Green resigned, we have a vacancy on the Board of Education. So what we're going to do is we're going to post on the district website tomorrow to send letters of interest, attention, and Dr. Everest to Mrs. Hines. And then we'll go from there. They have lived in Murfreesboro Township, follow the rest of the election code, but the vacancies are Murfreesboro Township vacancies, so we're going to take letters of interest, and at the next board meeting, we'll see what candidates we got, interview them, and make a decision then. So number 3 is employments, and I'll turn that over.
Sure. So first, we're gonna approve the entire Schedule B with the noted additions of some new people. Michael Moreland as MHS Assistant Band Director, Leah Heller as MMS Art Club Sponsor, Christine Chambers as Carruthers Running Club, Tracy Londowie and Troy Griswold as Carruthers Astronomy Club co-sponsors, Adam Haddock and Catlin Langelier as MHS GSA Club co-sponsors, athletic stipends for Caitlin Meyer, MHS Assistant Cheer Coach, Amy Wilfer as MHS Volunteer Dazzler Coach, Bridget Clover, MHS JV Volleyball Coach, Jance Witzman and Addison Osmond as MMS Assistant Track Coaches, and Sarah Norman and Jennifer Ellemeyer as MMS Volunteer Coaches. So again, that's the entire Schedule B with these noted new additions.
Entertain a motion to approve the Schedule B.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Evaldi?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mrs. Judy?
Yes.
Mrs. Brazel?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Beavers?
Yes.
Okay, then we have certified hirings of Kaylee Hicks, Carruthers Art, Dana Stumpke, General John A. Logan, Social Worker, and a non-certified recommendation of Jaquel Hill as a paraprofessional.
And I'll entertain a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Have a second.
Second.
Mrs. Judy?
Yes.
Mrs. Evaldi?
Yes.
Mrs. Brazel?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Beavers?
Yes.
And one other, just note, if you do know anyone who has a graduate that has graduated with an athletic trainer endorsement, Athletico has not been able to find an athletic trainer. Brett Sutphin is fully retired from being an athletic trainer, and we lost Haley Londowie as last year's athletic trainer. So we've posted, Athletico's been trying for several months, so now we've posted it independently as an actual position in our district. So if you do know anyone, it will have the insurance and benefits that come with being a full-time employee of the district, and it will be on that non-licensed column. So it's I think the base salary was about $45,000-ish.
I think so.
Maybe a little bit more than
So it'd be an
45.
employee of the district, not of an athletic.
Athletico, we're
Right.
hoping that will attract, because then they'll be housed here and not have to do athletic, better benefits, and then just working their 40 hours during the week within
Get one
the
note
school
I
sports.
had, I forgot to say it on my comments. I was at a wedding Saturday, just to know I think we're going in a good direction. I had somebody come up to Murfreesboro person and said, "Hey, you still on the school board?" I said, "Yeah." And she said, "My kids are moving back, I don't know, Williamson County somewhere in our district now. They want their kids to go to Murfreesboro."
Oh,
She was
I love
happy because
that.
grandparents are gonna be closer.
Yeah. I'm hearing more and more of people looking for homes and trying to get back in the area, so I know.
My brother's been
Our district out there, like several years ago when Carterville built, everybody was influxing to Carterville. Now we got good stuff, and, you know,
I love to see that our teachers that work here but live out of our district are bringing their kids here. That's a huge.
I agree.
I think that's a huge compliment as well, so
I agree.
thank you to those teachers.
coming back.
They're doing good.
You don't understand how many teachers, they're like, oh, wow, that is it's a tremendous benefit to be able to bring your children. And that if they teach at the middle school and their kids go to Carruthers and the general, they'll drop off their kids, but then the buses bring them to them
Yes.
at their school,
I think
at
it's
their job
wonderful.
site, and it's wonderful, so. Yeah, I think.
Nothing further, entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
And second,
Second.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Letting you do it. That's
Come on, Sarah, get with
He's trying to be a great leader.
Wait, Jeff had to send me the map because I kept on looking up the atlas.
Why did I can't read an Atlas? My dad still buys Atlas every year, you guys.
The paper one? I do love it.
He